Why do I get so nervous every time I start a YouTube video? It's like so out of my comfort zone. Welcome to Sunday Fun Day. It's so cheesy. Oh, I don't know how to start it. Sunday Fun Day. No. Sundays with Sarah. It sounds so cheesy. I recently went out with the guy who was like, oh, I'm so ready for our Sunday Fun Day. I was like, have you seen that video that's been going on? It's like, right when I promise myself I will no longer date a bad boy, I get a message like this. And it's like a voice message of this like a nerdy voice being like, good morning, sunshine. The earth says hello. And she's like going, oh. Anyway, I've mentioned this on Instagram before. And when I left the church, the LDS church, I was so confused by all the truth claims that were out there. So many people say, this is truth, believe me, trust me. I was feeling so confused and so overwhelmed. I was like, what do I believe? How do I filter out what is truth? And in the midst of that confusion, I had my higher self tell me very clearly, Sarah, ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, does it empower you or disempower you? Number 2, does it cause you to be more judgmental or less judgmental of others? Number 3, does it cause unity and oneness or division and separation? So let me expound on that a little bit. Number 1, does it empower me or disempower me? Does it take the power away from me or does it give me the power? Not in a like an egotistical, power-hungry way, but more like an empowerment way. For example, in my religion, I was taught, education is culturally, not like doctrine, gospel-wise, but culturally, especially going to Brigham Young University, education degree is not that important for women. So don't have a job, stay at home, just focus on being a mom, which I was for 15 years, a stay-at-home mom. I guess I still am. And then there's also a saying at BYU, again, culturally, that if you graduate from BYU without finding a husband, you get your tuition back. So it's obviously a joke, but there's also some kind of truth and like culture and like energy into that. And people laugh because a lot of women do go to BYU to find a husband. That was me. I was like, oh, I'm not going to use my degree anyway. My husband is going to be the breadwinner and he's going to be responsible for providing for the family, which it says in the proclamation to the family. So I don't really need to have a degree or like a work experience. Now, does that disempower me or empower me? In order to have true freedom, you need complete sovereignty, complete independence. Don't get me wrong. I believe relationships where you rely and help each other and our team is so beautiful. Think of how more powerful it is when you don't need them to complete you or give you whatever to make you feel like you're whole and complete, but you're already whole and complete and independent and have sovereignty in every way possible. And then you meet someone. How powerful that is. Whether it's friends or like a teacher, student, parent, child, a spouse, or any relationship, I think that only empowers the other person. Because when you're at your strongest and when they're at your strongest, that's a powerful couple, powerful dynamic right there. So that's not my truth. Not getting a degree, not having work experience, completely relying on my husband, that's not my truth. It could be someone else's path and someone's truth, but it's not mine. And I respect theirs, and I respect mine. Number 2, does it cause me to be more judgmental or less judgmental of others? I think that's self-explanatory. If there's a belief that makes me segregate or judge or separate myself and have some kind of judgment against them, that's not my truth. If it makes me less judgmental, makes me more empathetic, understanding, and sympathetic, find the similarities than the differences, that is my truth. And that goes along with number 3. Does it cause unity and oneness or division and separation? I believe so many people, or like the government, like the politics, when you hear the politicians argue and debate, it's all about division and separation. The best way to win is to start at the big picture on both sides and get them to agree like, hey, I think what you're wanting at the very end is the same as mine. And then once they agree to that, you have all the power to debate and argue. And, politicians are all about division and separation when our commonality, our end goal is the same. Love, acceptance, freedom, happiness, And also religion. So many people first think, what is the difference? I don't know why I'm holding this Q-tip, broken Q-tip, I don't know. In religion, so many people are quick to be like, well, your religion's different than mine. Well, I don't believe that. That's what's different. Division and separation. Let's go back to unity and oneness. What is our commonality? Look for the commonalities instead of the differences. Then in that space of peace and love and unity, we can talk about it with love and respect. But if you start from the very beginning with, my church is better than yours, or mine is the truth because yours don't teach that, it's all about division. I'm not about that. What is unity and oneness? Because at the end, I believe we're all one. You are me, I am you. We are so much more alike than we realize. And if we start from that space of understanding and respect, there will be no arguments. There will be more peaceful discussions and conversations. So those are my 3 truths. Anytime I hear something like new, I filter out through these 3 things. And I believe it's already something that I knew within that I had forgotten. That's why when you hear something, or your truth per se, it feels familiar. Because you're remembering it. Everything you ever need is already within you. Your confidence that you're seeking, it's already within you. You just don't realize how amazing you are. If you don't know much about the world, it's because you have failed to listen to your own intuition. Because your intuition knows all things and it never lies to you. We have just been programmed to not listen to our intuition and second guess ourselves and look for external validation. So that's my Sunday fun day. Hey, Sundays with Sarah is less cheesy, but Sunday fun day has a ring to it. So which one do you guys like better? Sunday fun day with Sarah or Sundays with Sarah? Leave a comment below because I value your opinion. So thank you for watching. This will be first of many. So I feel very vulnerable sharing things like this. I hope you enjoy. Bye. No, I don't like Sunday fun day. What is good? Sundays with Sarah. Sundays with Sarah? Did you know that I get nervous every time I start a YouTube video? It's still out of my comfort zone. It's taken me years to be more comfortable and be okay with being the center of the attention, but I still don't like it. I don't mind it anymore, but I don't love it. But I want to get to that point where I love attention. Soak it all in. I'm like, oh, this is my jam. I'm not there at all. I still would rather be behind the camera. So yeah, I get a little nervous. That's why I get all dorky, Sunday fun day.